Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. Good morning. We are midweek officially. Woohoo! Um, I hope you all are well. I know we had some people that had some difficulties. One member of the community was in a fender bender, and I hope that's truly all it was a fender bender, which is bad enough. But anyway, so let's keep each other in our you know what? I'm not going to say thoughts and prayers. That's wonderful, but let's intentionally express words of gratitude, wellness, and hope for each other today. How about that? Okay, thank you. And my name is Holly, energy reader, psychic medium, and today's vibe. I always like to start with that. And then we will get into the oracle and tarot cards, which are simply as a jumping off point. Uh, the voice of spirit. I'm hearing I need to mention that. The voice of spirit is in everyone's life. So make sure that you do your best to try and always tune in and be aware of your interconnection to that voice from spirit. How you will know it's spirit and not your own insecurity, fear, whatever, or if there is something else going on that maybe needs to be treated or you need help for, and there is no shame in that. I promise you, do what you need to do to be well and have the best life possible. The way you can tell is that it is always motivating, positive. You are never going to have spirit tell you, and when I say spirit, I mean that which is connected to the all that is, creator of all things, divinity, all that is what would be our sacred selves, our higher self that we're connected to as well, the archangel realm. And anyway, so that voice will never, and I can say that with certainty, never tell you to do something that would compromise who you are as a person and what you believe in. That's important to hear. We have very strong will, the willpower within each person. Our will is incredibly strong. Our insecurities are I think equally as strong. And so sometimes those things we mistake as the voice of spirit. Please remember, spirit will never, and the spirit I am referring to, will never ask you to hurt anyone else, to malign, to abuse in any way. That is simply not acceptable in any realm and at any level. So take care of yourselves and make sure if you are in that situation that you get help to get out of it. Okay? No one deserves to be treated poorly. And there's a lot of that goes on. All right. So the vibe for the day. This is the mug I pulled. I know I always say I love all of them, but this one holds a special place for me. The wind blowing in her hair, just this nature energy and the natural world, the element of the elementals, and that's all kind of looping around there. This feels important. It feels timely, and it feels as though it will facilitate our personal healing and healing of our world. It's not that we are continually taking, but when we lean into nature, when we lean into the natural world and blend our energies, we are also actively working to heal nature and Mother Earth while we heal ourselves. Okay. It is symbiotic. It is a mutual type of relationship. Okay. So this is my reminder today. I just feel your inner fairy. That might sound a little odd, but I do think the vast majority of the people who are involved in this group have some kind of connection, special connection to nature or nature energies. So here we go. And right now I have a connection to this yummy coffee in this cup. All right, and yet again, I seem to go through cycles or waves with these things. I don't know. Let's get into the reading. So I am drawn to this deck. Something about the pattern on the back, that sun spiral thing. Excuse me. This is the Neoteric Feminine Tarot. Okay. I've used it before. It is also a Y-Spell deck like this one. I believe I used that yesterday. So anyway, Neoteric Feminine Tarot. All right, so let's see what we've got. Now, and if you're a male, don't let that throw you, the Feminine Tarot. We are all a combination of the masculine and feminine qualities. Some of us have more of one than the other, and what that might be is entirely dependent on the person. The gender of the person may be irrelevant. So just be aware that this deck has a tremendous amount of strength and what would be considered, all right, masculine energy in it, even though they are feminine or female by gender. Now, what my point is that I think everyone can find a place and find what they need in this deck. Okay, so, all right, two of them came sliding out pretty quickly, so I'm keeping those even though I was shuffling. And let's do the rest of it now. Mother and Father God, Spirit Guides and Guardians, beloved elementals, all that is divine, all that is holy, come into this space, come into this reading. What is the message for the collective? This is a general reading. Please remember that. What is the message for the collective? What is the message for the collective at this time? I call to the sacred selves of those involved that this reading is meant for. Wow, so those are the only two that came out. They said to take one off the top. I'm going to leave the other ones, the ones I'm pulling now, face down. Open to the middle. This side. Take that one. Yes, okay. Take that one. I have no idea what it is yet. And then try again. Okay. What is the message for the collective today? What is the general reading, general message for the collective today? No? Okay. Didn't want to come out. Not going to force it. Everything in its own time and in its own way. I think that's a message embedded in this. Everything in its own time and in its own way. And I think this is also a lesson in believing and trusting in spirit and listening to the voice of spirit, because this is how the cards are coming out. Now, those first two came out face up on their own. I feel like we're going to get a total of 4 additional cards. I've already gotten 2 that are face down based on what I'm told to do. And again, I'm being told again, the one on top, but not that one, the one, this one. Okay, yes. So I think this is a lesson of trust. Trust the divine. Yes. And this time on that side. But they want me to look at this. Oh. The Fool. Her earrings, the pattern on her dress, everything is sort of celestial. I feel like somebody is beginning a spiritual quest and a spiritual journey. All right, now, well, let's first show you the 2 that flipped over. We have the 8 of Swords, and then we have, what is that? The 7 of Swords. Interesting that it would be 8 and then 7, and these have been shuffled and used a whole lot of times. So the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. This one clearly, all bound up needlessly. There's not one other person in this card. Someone is tied up in their head, and someone feels like they are a target. Someone feels like someone is worried that they are being targeted unfairly. Now this one, the 7 of Swords, it almost feels like this is after this person says, no, I'm going to shake off those ropes, pick up the swords, and run off with them. So even though this one can sometimes be thievery, cowardice, all kinds of nasty events or machinations, what I am picking up, and that house in the background is so important. Something about the way it's designed and the palm trees. I feel like this is, I don't feel like it's Florida or coastal in that way. I feel like this is California. I don't know what that's about. But I feel like, and I'm getting approval, yes. So this has to do with something going on in the United States in the state of California. I am nowhere near that. This situation, I feel like it's not even a person. This situation is unraveling. So, all right, I need to speak very carefully and not extrapolate. The situation is unraveling. It's getting ready to unfold in a way that will be, well, two things are going to happen. One, someone is going to try to do a cover-up and remove evidence. This is making me a little uncomfortable. I don't know what this is about, you all. I'm just telling you what I'm getting. Situation is unraveling. Evidence, there's going to be an attempt to bury evidence, but it won't work because they won't get everything. And they are not seeing clearly, whomever this is. Let's see what else, let's see what other cards we have here. This is very odd. I don't have any context for this, and I think that Spirit is intentionally not giving me a context for it. So, you know, I'm not going to ask. I'm not supposed to know. I don't want to know. The next card is Two of Wands. Someone is watching. Someone is watching from afar. Watching the situation, evaluating the situation, watching it unfold. Tell me what else I need to know about this and show me the cards, please. I'm going to go ahead and flip the last three over. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. All right, so we had someone is watching everything unfold. And this is an older person in the card, and I just heard there is an older person watching. This person who's trying to hide evidence thinks they are way too slick, and they're really not. They're actually, I hate to put it this way, but they're kind of stupid. Yeah, this person is crafty and clever. I'm not sure I like it, but they're watching and waiting. Then we have the moon. And again, two people this time. In the moon card, on opposite sides of a stream. And I just heard the word standoff. This is serious. This one's kind of a serious read. So there's a standoff with information yet to unfold. At this point, at the point of the standoff, the Knight of Wands has had enough. I feel like this is this person who is motivated into action and moves quickly. Moves in quickly, traveling to a location where I believe this is happening and plans to stay there a little while. All right, because the last card is the Knight of Pentacles. So what I'm getting, someone who does not live, and I'm specifically getting California in this. So someone who does not live in California is watching and monitoring a situation in California with an individual who is all tied up in their own head, and they think that they're going to get away with something. And then when it all starts to unfold and fall apart, this person, this very crafty, clever person, has been watching and waiting from afar And as soon as the person in California is pretty much up to their eyeballs and incapable of sorting it out on their own, bam, there we go. Jumping into the rescue. And will end up staying there for a while to get the situation sorted out and fixed. And then this person is going to have to answer. The one in California who is trying to hide evidence is going to have to answer to the person who's been watching. And they're going to owe them a debt. I would say gratitude, because they're going to get them out of a jam. All right, that's very specific. I don't know who that's for. I'm glad it's not me on either side of that. All right. I feel like I need to cleanse from that storyline. That it's not a story, it's a reading for someone. I feel like I need to cleanse the energy off. Because I don't want that to carry over into the next part of the reading. I'm going to shield and cocoon and live in my happy place. Yeah. I also call in my own personal protectorate, and I suggest all of you do the same. That wasn't, if that is, I feel like that is a very pointed reading, very directed reading. So please don't work to make that fit if it's not yours. Okay. All right. All right. The energy has shifted now. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I tried to use these in the other video, the last video, and they went flying all over the place, and it was too far across the table from me. So I switched my table out, and so it's a little, it's a round one. It's still small, but it's bigger for me. And yeah. So anyway, well, I'm going to use the Ancestral Path Tarot. This is that big giant deck, you know, so it looks like a book. So gosh, all right, this one didn't want to leave my hands. I'm leaving them face down. Oh, well, this one just turned over by itself. Huh, imagine that. All right, what else have we got here? What is the reading for the collective that is separate from that other last one? No? Okay. All right, they want me to leave it here for now, but then the one on top put to the side. All right, so the one that flipped over on its own, the middle card, is the Tower. The first one, woohoo! Oh my gosh! Okay, you'll know. Okay. The first card is the Sun. Best card in the deck. Everything comes out in the light of day. The second card is the Tower. And the third card is the Moon. And that's a huge moon, like a super moon, and it is illuminating everything. Even the lightning strike in this Tower card is massive and illuminates what is bringing the tower down. Let me see if I can hold all these up at once. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Sun, Tower, Moon. Look how big these are. Makes it easy to see, though. Okay, so what we've got here. We had the Sun and the Moon bracketing a reading, I think earlier. Was it this week or last week? I don't remember. All things come out in the light. All things come out in the light. All things come out in the light, whether it's solar or lunar. The truth is going to be exposed. It's going to cause a crumbling of current structures and old ways of doing things, but there's still something you don't know. Even though this is a big supermoon and it's illuminating the path, there's a waterway and believe it or not, there's an old lady right here. It's hard to see. This is just so amazing and impressive. But waters often symbolize emotion, and I feel like this is coming to, not going away. So I'm going to ask Spirit to take over because I can feel the words. All right, the one that was on the top that they said see as an extra or on the side, the Princess of Staves. Someone is going to find out who they are. Someone is going to come to their truth, reality, and understand who they are as a result. And they're going to do so with a great deal of fire, passion, and not sitting back. This is someone who takes action, whether it's on the emotional front, the energetic front, in whatever way it needs to happen. Once a decision is made, that's what I'm getting. So this card, once a decision is made, it's made. And I'm also hearing be careful what you wish for, because once the decision is made, that's the way it is. All right. Now, Spirit, take over with these 3 cards about the Sun, the Tower, and the Moon. Yes, there is illumination in each card, but there is illumination for different reasons and purposes. You're coming into a tumultuous time, but it will be brief. It will happen quickly, and then the dust will clear away and settle, so to speak. Without understanding the full truth and impact of what is happening around you, you don't want to spend your life living in a place with a faulty foundation. It will cause the walls to crack and eventually collapse. All that's happening here is that with this Sun energy, with the energy of movement, and I'm hearing positive movement, the walls and the cracks in the walls will show more quickly, and you will choose to destroy this structure that no longer serves you. It is a new beginning. It is a chance to begin again, but first you will rest. There will be some small lingering bits of information that you're unsure of. Those will be exposed soon enough. This, when you wake, will become a cycle, and you will be here. And this is going to be where you will stay for the bulk of, I'm seeing 2025. So calling into fruition. Interesting. Interesting. You're going to learn more about who you are, and you are going to take action in your own life instead of waiting for others to give you approval. You are going to step ahead, or you're going to step in front. It's almost like there's 2 of you. It's almost like they're showing me your sacred self, your higher self, and yourself. It's like your yin and your yang, or your balance. And you are going to protect yourself. You're going to be proactive for yourself. You are going to step ahead. You are going to step forward. You are going to understand who you are, and you are going to take the lead in. That's it. You are going to take the lead in your own life. Thank you. I wasn't getting that. Thank you. So you are going to understand and remember who you are, and you are going to take the lead in your own life. I feel in my gut, heart, and every cell of me that that's going to be 2025 for a portion of whomever is watching, if this resonates with you. If you just want to curl up in a ball and hide under a blankie, then this might not be your reading. You might still have some cocooning and healing to do, or some pulling back to do, watching, observing. But if this is your reading, this will enliven, embolden, and you'll just be ready. Okay. All right. You're going to take the lead in your own life in 2025. I got to remember that, because that's what I'm going to call it. All right, for the second part of it. All right. I'm going to leave it there because that's intense. That's really intense. Okay. Where did I put my little clicky thing? Here it is. All right. So. All right. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your coffee. Enjoy your tea. Enjoy whatever it is that you choose to warm your heart and warm your soul. All right. Be well. Take care. And I am sending all of you so much love and gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for responding to each other's comments. It means the world to me. Thank you. All right. I will talk to you all later. Bye.